Turn on this one. What the hell is this crap? Let's bug this. Let's fucking turn it on. Get out of here. Oh. Oh my gosh. Good old Twitch. Appreciate everybody viewing and following. This is just for research purposes. I appreciate all the views and the follows and the subs. View me, I'll view you back. Follow me, I'll follow you back. So where we last left off was our goal is to maintain and upgrade our PS5, get it running to an optimal level, and we performed the cleaning, wiped it down, got all the dust out of there. That was a good effort. As you can see, the machine, we put it back together, put the faceplates back on. Sorry about that. PS5 is reassembled again. We also installed the NVMe DDR memory module, expanding our storage by putting a 4 terabyte module. Once we turn the console back on, then we'll know of our read and write speeds. We'll have to format it first, and then we'll see what kind of performance we'll get out of it. So we're going to continue on. We're going to add these very cool stands made by a manufacturer known as Glistco. This will give the PS5 a little elevation and...
One sec. Still on it.
Being interrupted by Siri for some reason. I don't understand what's going on here.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
You went wrong. Don't interrupt me when I'm talking. Get out of here.
Siri has become self-aware.
So we're going to put the skate stands on there because we know the machine is going to run a little hotter, so we want more breathing room, more clearance. Then comes the fun part. We finally get to configure and install the new controller. Very excited about this. It's called the DualSense Edge. If you've ever used a controller like a SCUF controller or other controllers that give you additional buttons, layouts, triggers, etc., this is PlayStation's entry. So we'll get that installed, configured. We'll play around with it, see how it works. And then we'll move on to installing the PSVR2. So there's a lot to get to, so let's get to it. So we're going to install the skate stands first. And then we're going to hook the PS5 back up. We're going to turn it on to the TV and the tuner, make sure everything's good, working again. And then we'll move on to installing the controller. So the company name is Glistco. If I can spell this right, you guys can look it up on your own. I first found out about them on TikTok, but they're pretty popular. They have an Amazon store as well. I believe this is how you spell the name. Excuse my handwriting. I believe that's how you spell it, Glistco. So feel free to research them. They have a lot of products from GILSTCL. And shout out to them. They offer a wide variety of products. Didn't see that coming. Right there. It's my fault again. Who cares? From peripherals to, like I mentioned, just aesthetic items to help improve the spacing and where you want to mount your console. So it's not too impressive what they sent me in the mail. It looks like this. I ordered two. I got two variety of packages. The first one arrived like this. You want to get this PS5 skates. Here's the name, Glistco. Looks like this. Glistco PS5 skates. You can find them online. So let's go ahead and open this guy up, see how it looks. And I noticed they had different colors. The other one I ordered was a darker red one. I have a darker red faceplate that I actually have plans to give away. So please follow and subscribe, and you may be the winner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
A shout out to you PUBG fans out there. See, so you'll bubble wrap, bubble tape. You know, we need to get it out of here. So I like keeping bubble wrap. It comes in handy. You never know when you got any packing or really delicate items you want to keep on hand. Always keep your bubble wrap. Try to open this neatly. And I'm sure a lot of you have had to deal with the default mount that comes with your PS5. Very awkward mount, very awkwardly shaped, and they're not really that reliable in terms of how they attach onto the PS5. In fact, they really don't. I'll show you how mine just looks in a second. And some people don't got to deal with this. Some people want to stand their PS5 vertically, and they send you some information. Looks like this. Let's get on camera. You know, I'm seeing a little information. Looks like this, and these are some rubber pads, some small rubber pads, and as you can see, it says Glistco on there. Shout out to Glistco. The 2 rails, and I believe when all said and done, it's gonna look. Imagine the PS5 sitting on there like this. So in the end, the PS5 is gonna be sitting on these guys like this. So they give you some instructions. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do what they say. So it says you take off the rubber feet and you insert the rubber feet into the bottom grooves on the PS5 skates, and you slide the skates onto the PS5. So as you can see, they got some indentations here. And what you do is peel off the rubber feet. Take out the adhesive. Stick it on here. And that's in there pretty good. A little bit of a rise. It's on there pretty good. So we got one on. Let's repeat the process. Take off the plastic from the rubber feet. It's got some adhesive on it. And yeah, stick it on there. And there you go. Now you got two rubber feet. It's gonna sit like that. No problem. Let's do this one really quick. Off camera. Keep this going. Now if you set your PS5 vertically, you can still put these on there and they actually still serve a purpose. They give the standing surface, while set vertically, a little bit more width. And that's a good thing too, because you don't want the PS5 to get knocked over while mounted vertically. I've always been a horizontal guy, and the reason why is because I'm sure, like some of you have experience with disk drives, whether they're read-only or hard drives. You know, that read head is moving around and that disk is moving around, and you would think that it's always reliable if it's vertical, but it's not. I mean, it's, you know, it's kind of my opinion, my experience, if you will. You know, that head is doing this while the disc is spinning, right? So you want to keep this on top of the horizontal plane of the disc, rather than this way, and your disc spinning like that, where you'll start to get a little wobble. You don't want that. You want gravity to work in your favor. But we're in times where actual physical discs are getting phased out. So, but in this situation, I have a disk drive PS5, so I want my disc to maintain integrity. So it's weird, they don't tell you which one goes on the right, which one goes on the left. I think we should be able to figure it out by the shape of the console. If I had to guess, I would guess this shorter side goes on the left and this taller side goes on the right. There's more space on the right than the left. I'll stick with that hunch. So here's the old stand. if you decide to use your PS5 horizontally, and yeah, it's not even on there. I mean, it's one good bump, and it comes off. It's not reliable. And for those of you who have had to experience this, it's a pain in the butt mounting it too, because notice the curvature of the PS5, and you have to align this disc, the rounded surface, and the riser so it fits there perfectly, and then you got to mount it up to the icons here where it tells you the perfect placement. You know what, I don't have faith in it no more. I don't believe in it. Get that out of here. Now, let's see how these guys work. So again, my hunch was this was the right side and this was the left. I'll stick with that. And looks like it should just slide right on. Just line up the grooves. It's pretty snug. Put up a fight. It's not working. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't think so though. Let's go this way. Nope. That would make sense. Let's take a step back. See if there's any info on the instructions. There is not. So we have to use a little geometry here. Use our thinking cap. I really feel like curvature is more key. I feel like the curvature is more key on this side. So let's proceed with that. Yeah, see that lines up really smooth. Right on there. Sort of smooth. Again, the manufacturer's name is Glistco. You can go on their site. Now, one thing, if I'm doing this right, one thing that's a little uncomfortable is I'm getting some play there, and it's not really snapping on there. It's pretty loose. I know I got gravity working in my favor, but by chance, if this gets bumped sideways good enough, this might spill out. So off camera, I'm gonna put some either tape or rubber there, keep that in place. If I have the right side, I'm pretty sure I do. Let's do a test. Let's see if it works on the other side. Pretty sure it doesn't. Yeah, see, it wouldn't work on this side because... Oh, wait a second. Works on this side too. In fact, it fits more snug. Okay, so this I'm in belief that this is for the left side. The side the disk drive is on. Do a couple of snaps of that. Let's get a closer look. So as you can see, it really lined up pretty well. And it has to be on this side because the other side was a lot looser. So imagine, if you will, this is a side view and this is going to be sitting this way horizontally. Or, let's get a view of that here. As you can see, it's lined up pretty good. I believe this is the right side for it. Or like I said, if you are a vertical guy, you can take a look at the alignment there, just for belief of the clearance of when, if you do decide to sit this vertically, see how it's almost perfectly level. Not a lot of play in there at all. In fact, we can test it. Now I have some towels there, and I have this small table. It's not exactly plain and flatly leveled, but I would feel more confident with these on here if I was to horizontally or vertically set my PS5. I would feel more confident with this than without it. And of course, you could use the other stand if you were going to mount it vertically, but I feel like this gives you better surface use with the rail from the front to the back of the system. So I think these are pretty cool. Now I made a mistake last time. Let's see if I can just hypothesis geometrically figure this out. Yeah, because I have to put it on this way, because as you can see, let's see, I'm nervous about my PS5 being vertical. I'm so nervous. As you can see here, there's only one way to put this on. The slot is on this side rather than this side. So again, slots on this side rather than slots on this side rather than this side. So you have to put it on this way. There we go. And I think that's the final product assembled onto the PS5. And I feel really comfortable and happy with that. I feel like I have more surface here at the bottom. At the bottom of the PS5, as you can see, I can put my fingers underneath there. And I should be able to do that all the way around the console. And that's good. That's going to give airflow passing underneath the console, keeping it cool. Because remember, at the bottom of the console, even though there's a faceplate here, we still have a huge fan doing its job under there. The NVMe module is there, even though it has a heatsink. So the bottom of the console does its fair share of having components and devices that warm up at the bottom. So that's exactly what we want to do. We want to give a little lift to the console at the bottom. So that's wonderful. Like the way that looks. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and put our PS5 back to where I keep my console. And we're going to hook everything back up. And then we are going to turn it on and make sure everything powers up just fine the way it did before. And we are also going to format the NVMe module, and we are going to do some tests, and then we're going to finish up by definitely marking this complete and moving on to installing the DualSense Edge and the PSVR2. Okay, so I'm going to get in the way for a second. Clean up some stuff here. And again, this is a test for me. I'm not trying to get rich off social media. This is a test. If you could share, like, sub this video to others, I appreciate it. I just need to see how data works. Shout out to the homie Benamac, who gave me this really cool lights. You probably see him online sometime. I appreciate this, bruh. This is really cool. Since we are on our next stage of installing some cool stuff, let's kick this up a notch. Let's see, my PS5 goes here above my Sony tuner, next to my Sony TV. Keep everything Sony. You'd be surprised how awesome it is. Everything just works together off one controller most of the time. When I say controller, I mean entertainment controller. Keep my wires here. Okay, that's good there. Like the way that just fits there. Got my old school QA hat when I used to work at Sony. I just put that there. Okay, so this is just for looks, so it's not really important. Let's put it here. All right. Oh, I had this plugged in, charging. I think since we unplugged it, it needs to be plugged back in to turn it on. Okay, I'm gonna need some audio. Some music here. We're gonna need to hear the console, just in case. Alright, let's turn this guy on. No explanation needed. So it's a good sign. The sign is on, the console is turned on.
It is back on. Get ready.
Okay, so no video signal. TV didn't turn on, which is weird. HDMI's plugged in. It's probably because we had a hard boot, if you will. We unplugged the console from its power source, so it didn't. It needs to kind of reset everything. It needs to kind of restart, register everything. Okay, I'm going to move this down a little bit. Thanks everyone for checking out where I upload this content. This is all tests. If you can, please follow, view, subscribe, like. I will follow, view, subscribe, like right back. Again, the manufacturer of the skate stands, you can actually mark this complete because it's on there. Looks good. Getting there.
PS5 Tutorial. Part 3. Skate stands installation. Complete.
And it looks pretty good over there where it's at. It's on top of the tuner. It looks a lot better. Looks a lot cleaner. I'm not sure who would be calling right now when I'm doing something. It's always weird. Sorry about that. Call that individual back. I'm busy. Okay, let's move this down so you guys can read that. Make sure you guys can see what's on the TV. Okay, you guys can't see that. Sorry to friends on TikTok. Not really set up to go live. This is just me doing these walkthroughs, and you guys gotta give me a second. I have to set up and adjust this camera. I appreciate the views and the likes and people want to go live. Thank you. I will definitely, after this tutorial session, sub to your channel and follow back and send you likes and views when you decide to go live. Thank you so much for the invite. Just trying to get through this right now. Okay, we got a little bit of glare going. I'll resolve that in a second. For you at home viewing through Twitch, that's the best angle I can give you at this time. Work on it in a second. See if we can cut down on some of these lights and glares. Let's see here, that one I want to stay on. Alexa, turn off desk one. Okay. Okay, it looks a little better. All right, so as you can observe, we are being instructed to format the NVMe module, the SSD chip that we put in, the 4TB one. Notice that it's immediately prompting us for format, and that's what you want to do at this point. You definitely want to format it. So let's go ahead and format it. And I've seen on videos sometimes this can take a while, or sometimes it's rather quick. That's good. Meanwhile, it'll give us a chance to set up audio on this side. Okay, so we were advertised a read speed find it. It's gone now. Just it. And by information that I did see online, there is a slight degradation in the amount that is advertised. I cannot find the piece where it says the read and write speed, because I cut it off at a weird angle. See if I can find it real quick. Nope, in my face. Well, in any case, you can see there we're being prompted with a read speed of 6.2 gigs. I think we were advertised higher on the package, but I'm actually happy with this because in terms of, oh, okay, here we are. Yes, read-write speed. Read-write up to 7.2 gigs. Read up to 7.2 gigs. And write up to 6.8 gigs. It's hard to see. It's right there above the barcode. Yeah, they told us read would be at 7.2 and write at 6.8. Yeah, see that? It's right above the barcode. They told us read would be 7.2 and write would be 6.8. And here it's 6.1, almost 6.2. That's a little disappointing, but you know, considering its purpose, we are definitely above and beyond where we were before. I'm happy with this. Let's continue on. So as you can see, it's prompting us. Now you have the ability to store your games on this module device, and that's huge. That is huge going forward, especially the more we get into VR streaming and these newer games that are coming out that are huge. So that's wonderful. Okay, and that makes sense. This is what happens when you unplug your PS5 from the power cord. It wants to restart everything. That's fine. Let's do what it says. This is standard formatting. Make sure the database is up to queue. There's no errors. There's no formatting problems, and so we're good. So let's do this. Let's take a more closer look at that memory information. So go to storage, and as you can see, before we did not have this option for M.2 SSD storage. Now we do. Notice there, it's telling us we have a free space of 4 terabytes. That's huge. Nothing's installed on it right now, and I'm guessing this other is for a little bit of space that was eaten up for just initialization, probably some formatting config files in there just for whatever purpose, but I'm okay with it. It doesn't matter. I mean, we could perform reformatting right now, but I'm okay where we're at. So we'll see what happens going forward. So that's in there. Okay. So we're making great progress. We can really move on to the fun stuff now. Let's get a picture of that. That's huge. Could be. I'll have to get a better picture next time. I don't like that. Okay. Now for the fun stuff. DualSense Edge. So this is, as you all know, the standard controller. Comes with the PS5, the regular DualSense. Very cool controller, very innovative. I like it very much. However, newer format has come out as requested by a lot of people from the PlayStation community. They wanted something that offered that customization, just like how other competitive controllers have come onto the market, such as SCUF controllers, which I admit I'm a fan of the SCUF controllers. I had an older one for the PS4. It worked great for games like Apex Legends and Battlefield. However, if you buy a SCUF controller that was compatible for PS4 and PS4 games, and you try to run those PS4 games on the PS5, you will be able to use the SCUF controller on those games through the PS5. But if you try to use a PS4 SCUF controller on a PS5 game, it will not work. It will tell you the controller is not compatible. And that's a bummer, because, you know, those controllers are not cheap. So we went ahead and invested in the DualSense Edge controller. Here it is. We're going to be opening it for the first time. We're going to see what's involved with configuring it, all the cool bells and whistles that it advertises. So this is going to be wonderful. And I'm hoping that it's the same experience, the same look and feel. In fact, it should be much more improved because we still have PlayStation's features of the DualSense pad and firmware updates. So when other games want to utilize DualSense features, should still have all that. So yeah, let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. I'm gonna wear this guy. I'm because I'm feeling myself right now. I'm feeling myself. It's nothing like being a Sony fan and just reminiscing about all the times, all the generations of technology. You know, in the chat, say what was your first PlayStation? Mine's first one was the PS2. I'm interested to hear what was your first PlayStation. No judgment. I just think it's a wonderful console and company, and create a lot of memories. Wonderful first and third party publisher. And they beat out a lot of companies and consoles. They're still here, you know. And there's other companies making aggressive buyout moves to kind of keep up with what Sony's doing. But I think because of Sony's game library and their innovation in hardware, and just their generational footprint, and plus it's just a great company with the history of technology behind them. I think it's going to take a lot more than that. A lot more. So we'll see what happens. I know you guys hate me for this, but I like to open my packages like if I ever have to take them back, it doesn't look like it was ever open. But this time Sony did a great job of that adhesive, and then you can do because it has a proof of opening sticker. Oh well, alright, whatever. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hurry up!
Alright. Alright guys, I hear you. I hear you. In fact, let's get the little tense music going. I like it. I like it. Let's at least go ahead and get to the areas we need to get to once you install a controller. And that will be under accessories. And here we have our controller accessories and things like that. And that's going to change pretty soon once we install this bad boy. So, Logan? Oh man, whatever. Let's get this bad boy opened up. I hear you can now get these in store, places like GameStop and Best Buy. But when I ordered mine, I had to go to PlayStation Direct. And I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but just get ready for, maybe it won't happen to you in your area, but get ready for shipping complications. PlayStation Direct uses FedEx, and those guys told me to arrive on one day, and it arrived 3 days after that one day. So you can get it in the store. You don't have time to wait because you're doing things like streaming. Get it in the store. But PlayStation Direct does have it in stock. And I bet you what will happen next is they'll come out with different colors. Okay, so this box is attached. Skip a little. Oh, that wasn't good. It's a little bag. I got the bag. I secured the bag, y'all. So you guys can see it. So that happens. Okay, slide it out. And yeah, it's just like a scuff packaging. It's actually hard plastic, so it's pretty cool presentation. I like it. Little egg. Not really. It's just like the scuff case. So let's move this out of the way. I'm using this right now. Okay, let's get some on. It's got a little button here or something. I don't know what that is. It's got a little handle. 2 zippers. Moves around this way. Yeah, again, if you guys can, view and share and follow, I appreciate it. I'm on Twitch. Mr_B_cut. TikTok, same thing. Mr_B_cut. Twitter, all one word. Mr. B Cut. Capital M, capital B, capital C. And on YouTube, B Cut. I'll be uploading all these tutorials and information, and appreciate you guys sharing. If you follow me, I'll follow back. You share and view, I'll share and I'll view back. Okay, what we got here? So, got the controller, and this is some kind of switch for something, I don't know. Looks like these are nubbies for joysticks. As you can see, there's some kind of, seen online how people are doing this sometimes. I think this is, not sure if this is actual triggers or if these eject these. I don't know, we'll find out in a second. So it's interesting, we got some kind of switch thing here, not sure what that is, and some kind of eject thing. There's our familiar PS button and our microphone, mute LED indicator, some kind of weird nubbies. These are like some really gripped rubber. Guess we're gonna find out more. Let's continue on. In fact, let's stay here. Slides right on out. Surprised there's not more instructions, or at least a freaking USB cable. Oh, there is. Boom. So yeah, USB cable in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's cool. Got the controller. Let's take a look at the, let's get the wrapping off. Pretty sleek. Looks very similar in form factor to the other controller. Definitely some differences in the touchpad and the button color. A little more glossy here on the front. And if you look carefully, you can see the PlayStation icons there. Very cool stuff underneath. As we can see, we got some trigger speed. Or I'm not sure, some kind of adjustment speed. I'm guessing these are for trigger. Feels pretty good. Still very light. That's what I like. Still feels slippery. Well, actually, there's a little more grip down here. In fact, all this is rubber grip. This black striping. This white part here is a rubbery grip. That's good. Hopefully this thing won't be sliding off the table. And okay, these look like triggers. I don't know. This ought to be a lot of fun figuring out. Yeah, so as you can see, comparing this one to the original DualSense, pretty much the same size. I have to say they feel like the same weight actually. This one doesn't feel heavier at all. And we spotted some cool things already. Like we saw that these variance trigger speeds, I'm assuming. I don't know. Not sure what those holes are, but it looks like you need a special key to open it. And I just noticed that there's a little switch called release. So that's interesting. Okay. What I expected. Very cool. Not sure how any of these come into play just yet. I do see some triggers, things you can pull out. Something that says lock, unlock. There's a lot going on here. And there's a QR code there. And I'm assuming that's how you get the instructions online or more details about the controller. To figure out a way to scan that while we're streaming. So let's go ahead and get the cable out so we can get it charged. So it's got the USB to USB-C. I believe it's called USB-C. Could be wrong. It's already tangled up. It's got a felt lining. If it's waterproof or not, I don't know, but I like the way it feels. This feels longer than 6 feet. That's kind of cool. Well, this probably is 6 feet. I don't know. It's pretty long. I like it because it allows me to sit back and play. So let's get this guy plugged into the USB port. Boom. Let's get this plugged into the controller on this side. Hopefully it picks it up. Now notice there's two little holes there. That's interesting. I wonder what they're thinking of with that. See how there's two little holes there? It's very interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and plug that guy in. Boom. Okay, we got standby power. So hopefully this has enough charge for us to turn it on. We're plugged in. Standby power light is on. Okay guys, here we go. See what we got. Hit that PlayStation button. There's the blue light. And immediately have a notification for a firmware update. I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and get the update going. Yeah. Should be pretty fast. That's cool. Alright. Hang on, guys. Give me a quick second here. Let me know your experience with the controller. How do you guys liking it? Pros and cons. What are you playing with it? Okay, asking me to log in. Sync it up, log it in, boom. All right. I really like this this prompt they put in. I wonder if this is the walkthrough of getting this guy set up. Sorry about that. Get rid of that. Let's go ahead and get started. See what we get. Okay. Alright, already telling us some useful information. Customizable back buttons and L2, R2 sliders. So that's what we saw here. It's these guys, the L2 and R2 sliders. And this is where we can put the buttons. That's cool. Let's see if we can find those. Just to make sure everything's working. They look like little, I don't know how you describe those. Oh, how small these guys are. You can absolutely lose these. Interesting. Little tiny pieces of plastic. I hope they snap in securely. It's making reference to the sliders here. These are the L2 and R2 sliders that I mentioned, and the customizable back buttons. So you can figure out how to install these. So these guys don't have on there which one's for L2 or R2. Take a closer look. It does not. So hopefully when you put it in there, it makes sense where they go. Just by looking at it, it does not. I'm gonna try to force stuff in. Okay, that fits there. Oh, it magnetically locks in there. Forces its way in there. That's good. You can get that. You guys can see that. Yeah, so you can't make a mistake putting these on there, because if you try to put it on the, for example, this goes on the left side. I just grabbed it just to see, and there's indentation grooves in there. Right, so okay, that fits on that side. Oh, I think it's interchangeable. All right, no problem. And like I said, it's magnetic. You can feel it as soon as you put it in there. So that's not going to come out at all. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's get the other one. Yeah, so here's the little guy here. It's actually metal. Doesn't feel like plastic. Maybe it's covered, plastic covering in metal, but yeah, you can't mess up putting these in. See the little groove there? It's like a little key. So this is saying, hey, put me in this way. I don't know if you can hear that, but it definitely snaps in. It's a magnetic pull. You can feel it as you set it in. And yeah, it's not coming out. So that's pretty cool. How does it feel? Well, I'm determined if I'm using it or not, but I can totally see myself using these. Look at where it fits. that. Get that on camera? Yeah, it feels right there. Comfortably too. Not awkwardly. Very comfortably. I like that. It's pretty cool. And I like I can take it out at any time. So if I was to use these buttons right now, and they map perfectly to my index finger. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys, but if I was holding the controller, that kind of movement. That feels great. I like that. Alright, let's look at the other part there. Function buttons for quick access. Not a lot of information there, but let's see. Yeah, I'm clicking them. I'm guessing this is how you do the mapping somehow. I'll have to look into that later. Oh, that did something. Am I traversing through stuff? No, can't tell. Whatever. Okay, placeable stick buttons and quick caps. I would think you would have to take off this plastic piece first before you get to it. Hey, let's see. I'm gonna give these a tug. Oh, okay, that comes off. Cool. But if you look carefully at that picture, it's not just the top part of the cap that comes off. It looks like that whole piece inside comes off. Oh, okay, so yeah, this piece has to come off to get to that. Let's show you guys that again. So this top piece, these guys just pop right off. You gotta give it a good tug, but you know, just a click, little plastic connection. It pops right off. And as you can see, it's perforated, so you can't mess up where to line it back. Unlike the other buttons, these are not magnetically attached. They are a plastic snap. So I think over time you have to be careful taking that off and pressing it back in. So yes, look, just do this side, and you know, you can just give it a good tug. Pops right off, and as you can see, it's grooved, so you can't make a mistake how to put it back on. Line it right back up. Snaps back in place. That's great. Okay, I'm cool with that. Let's see the next one. Okay. You can change your button assignments according to your preferences. That's very cool. I've done that before with the SCUF controllers. You can adjust the input sensitivity. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can adjust the range of your triggers. That actually comes in handy with a lot of different shooters. Trigger range, because some weapons, such as sniping weapons or medium range weapons, you know, you want to take your time aiming, and it's good to have a trigger that doesn't involve you pulling all the way back. So we'll be calibrating those, so that's pretty cool. You can create and switch between custom profiles. Interesting. Sorting. Oh, I guess these light up and let you know what profile. What does that mean? I'll have to look into that later. Use the function button and the left or right stick to quickly access your favorite controls. Press and hold your shortcuts. Try out by pressing and holding either the left or the right function button until the function menu appears. Alright, so let's do that. So let's start out holding function left. See what that does. Okay, as you can see, gave us a quick menu that popped up. See what's assigned to each shortcut. Switch profiles and access control by pressing that function button and the display button at the same time. Okay. Got it. And now let's hold and press the other function button. Kind of do the same thing. No problem. So let's select default profile. Doesn't do anything. Did this say hold both at the same time? Let's look at those menu options again. So default profile, okay, that's where you set the profiles. Like you set up to 4 or make a custom one. Interesting. You have D-pad assignments to do things like adjust your headset, your headphone volumes, and your game chat audio balance. That's pretty cool. All right, cool. Try to keep all this in mind. There's a lot. All right, now it's asking me to set up my custom profile. All right, so for sakes of this tutorial, sure. Okay, get the custom profile. Got it. Just gonna call it my name, so no one should mess with this but me. But no one, whoever touches this, they'll get in here and mess it up. And if you noticed, everything else still works the same in terms of the UI, the keypad, and using it, including being able to use the dynamic mouse tracking, if you will, onto the keypad. So that still works. Everything's still there, including, let's see if our emojis are there. I forgot how you get some emojis. I don't think it's emojis from here. Okay. Maybe you can't get some emojis from here. I don't know. Not really important right now. Alright, got our profile. Boom. It's asking, I won't know these things until I play a game like Apex or other shooters that I play. But it's cool that you have the option of doing things like this. It's pretty damn cool, Controller for each stick, trigger dead zone, I'm definitely interested in. That's pretty cool. As you can see, I'm pressing the trigger and it's registering. The function button popped up. I hope that doesn't become an annoyance. It's pretty cool. Now what if I want to switch? I guess you can't. I guess that would make sense, but this is only for L2 and R2. Like, in other words, you couldn't do it for these guys or even these guys down here. So, alright. That's fine. That's pretty cool. Vibration intensity. Like, if you're trying to save some battery life, you can kind of control that. Trigger effect intensity. When you're using the mic and control the intensity set to weak, use your headset or mute the microphone. The intensity selector will be applied. If you adjusted the L2 and R2 sliders, the trigger effect will turn off. Trigger effect intensity. Use it. I'll do all this crap later. Alright. Okay, got our profile. So use the profile, you just create it, assign a shortcut, and I think we did that already, didn't we? Figure out how to do this. Yeah, you use the function button. You hold it. Press triangle. Change your profile to default profile. Well, I don't want that. Can you how do you go down? Can't. Okay, you haven't assigned a controller profile or shortcut. Let's see here. Sign profiles, me. Okay. Starting to get a little crazy here. But I do see where you can even map these buttons at the bottom, so that's pretty cool. On my profile, it told me I needed to. Hey, there we go. Okay, so it made us create a profile. We did that. And now you click here, and this is where you use the function button to map that profile. So this is saying if I press the function button and circle, it'll give me this profile. I want the default profile to be me. Let's see if I can overwrite this. Change shortcut. Oh, it looks like those were fixed. You can't. Yeah, so when you press any of the function buttons in either triangle, circle, X, or square, that is what's going to invoke your profile. So right now, by me creating a profile on a default profile, it's mapped it to function 0. So that's what we got to do. So now I know when I play, I need to map it to function 0. Now can I get rid of this? Okay, it's alright. So yes, some cool prompts here. Receive feedback on switching profiles. Function menu, you can customize how you want the menu to look. Okay. Brightness, oh, that's pretty cool. Brightness of the indicators. I'm assuming this lights up. Take the tour, we already did that. We have our firmware information of the controller. And if you want to reset, you come in here. Now the interesting thing is, if I did want to reset, and I have these weird mapping going on my controller, because I ran this problem with the SCUF controller, will I be able to access this? In other words, will the button shortcuts and the problems we're having allow me to come into this menu? I guess I could hook up something else like another controller or a keyboard and get to this, but hopefully I'll never have a problem. Okay, we are good to go. So let's see. So let's try it out. We know our profile. And there it is, as you can see there, Mr. B Cut, that's the profile. So we're holding down the function button, and you're going to press circle, the way we mapped it to, and there's our profile. So now going forward, that will be the profile that we'll use. And we still have other things in here we want to utilize. But I'm not sure how they work yet. I'll have to go online and check. This is an interesting piece. Lock, unlock. Okay. We have these triggers, but as we can see, it has that same indentation piece for underneath. So maybe this is a trigger. Really aggressive pull. Give me 1 second, guys. Someone's out the door. Back.
Someone trying to creep.
Yeah, you can't have that. Stay ready. All right. What else we got here? Yeah, so got some other triggers here. See if we can pull out one of these little buttons. Yeah, so these buttons are joystick buttons we took off from earlier, and as you can see, still has that perforated fitting type, so you can't make a mistake putting it back on. But notice how one is a little more concave at the top, one is a little more indentated. So I like that. I think that's pretty cool. So we know this is showed earlier how easy it is to take out the analog stick knobs. But notice this one's a lot more concave at the top, and this one's more indented. So that's pretty cool. So depending on your preference, I think that's cool they offer those. And yeah, that's pretty much what's in the set. They give you those buttons, 2 extra triggers. There's that weird lock unlock thing. I'm gonna look into that. That's probably how you get the analog sticks out. There's a QR code on here they want you to scan. Other than that, there's no extra Easter eggs. I think they want you to just refer to the site if you have any other questions. So that's cool. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that was in here. A couple of additional pieces we'll play around with. Extra triggers for the back. We saw how easy it is to drop the other ones in. Additional knobs. It's interesting. Give you a lot. And no other hidden pouches or things underneath. Nothing like that. There's nothing underneath. And give you a QR code. And that's it. So friends, I would say that completes it for the install of our new DualSense Edge controller. I'm excited to use it. We'll get some practice in on it with some of our shooters. Get some more reviews and feedbacks in time. But yeah, if you're using it, let me know what you think. You got any tips or any advice or experiences, let me know what you think. But yeah, that does it for that. So this is complete. You guys can see that, it's way down there. DualSense Edge installation is complete. See that? We're making great headway. We're making great headway to our final 2 lessons. And again, I'll have these uploaded on my social media accounts. I'll have the instructions and the video of our recording here. If you get a chance, like, subscribe, view, follow. If you follow me, I'll follow back. If you view me, I'll view back. I'll share your feeds and your lives. So yeah, so this is great. Ready to go. One thing I want to do is a little tech demo. I heard when you install the NVMe module, it's really cool to see how this demo for the Matrix performs. I hear that you're supposed to get faster distant draw speeds, so it really expands the world, and the performance is really impressive, and you really get a sense of a performance and load time versus regular memory. So let's launch that, and let's get an idea. I'm gonna move this. Oh man, it breaks my heart to see Neo, man. That's my guy right there, man. That's my guy. I'm gonna pause this music. Audio going. Okay, let me stop it there for a second. Alright. Let's get a little gameplay action. Using the new DualSense Edge. Get a feel for it. So already the buttons are underneath. They feel convenient. They feel like, you know, come in handy. I'll try the trigger ones. Let's get a little sense of it. Let's see what we got here. See if there's settings we can play with. Nope. Okay. Let's try this. Explore City. I hear that it's supposed to be a way you can quickly move through the city, and it's supposed to load really fast. I don't know how to do it. What button is that? Anybody know what button that is? There we go, fly. What the hell? Speed up. Speed up. Hey, that's a problem. I'm gonna fly towards the sun. What's up with this? It sucks. I've seen videos where fools are flying really fast. Well, I should have done a comparison before the memory module and after, but from what I've been told, and yeah, the draw distances are really impressive. The geometry of the buildings and the world and the map downtown, that's pretty impressive. See if I can find one that's really far. I'm pretty high up, I guess. It's supposed to be a main road you go down. That's pretty far. If anyone knows how I can fly really fast, can you tell me? I'm trying to figure this out. Maybe you gotta Superman it. Yeah, nosedive it, maybe. I don't know. Trying to figure this out. Yeah, maybe that's what you gotta do, Superman. Well, controller feels good. The rendering looks great. The processing is pretty fast. To be honest with you, I really have nothing to compare it to. But I have a feeling this is setting the bar, so yeah, that's cool. Any feature tips? Anything about the controller? Nope. Alright, yeah, cool. I'm sure for games that have really large worlds, I'll be able to load those even faster, so cool. Alright, let's do a power check. Devices. This guy is looking a fair amount of power. Okay. This guy is looking like he doesn't want to tell me how much power he has. I'm gonna assume that we're good. There we go. I guess we're okay. Doesn't say we're not. Oh, 42%. Oh boy. Alright. I think we're still okay to proceed. So, it's getting down to the nitty gritty.
PS5 Tutorial. Part 4. DualSense Edge. Complete. Utilizing controller.
And that's good. That's going to be our main controller from now on. Let's turn some jams back on. We're moving. Let's get it going. Let's get this party going. Because now comes the really, really fun part. We just had some fun. Let's have some more fun. Let's get that PSVR2 installed, baby. It's probably a bad practice, I know. Just want to get out of the way for a second. Didn't want to do it anymore. It's cool. It's cool, scrub. What does that mean? 25 minutes. Anybody see that? There's a little... It's only for this game, huh? Play 25 minutes. Oh, okay, whatever. All right. Oh, picture of that. Who's ready for PSVR2? Send some likes in the chat. Turn up, let's go. This out, I think I'm gonna be using some of these triggers and buttons later. Probably, yeah. Probably using this later. Leave that there. Anybody got any questions or comments? Leave them in the chat. I'll answer the best I can, at least based on my experience. What's crap? Working on it. Damn. Bully. Just a bully. Man, hold on, man. Get this crap out of the way. Go, so you're not gonna worry about stuff later. There you go. Okay. Go, friends. Here we are. This is the PSVR2. Get some likes in the chat. If you have it already, that's great. I had the first one. I'm really excited about having this one. Let's get this bad boy unpacked and see what it can do. And if you can, don't forget, please follow, view, subscribe, like to my channels. I'm on Twitch, I'm on TikTok, on Twitter and YouTube. If you follow me, I'll follow back. If you like, I'll like back. I'll send viewers your way. It's all good. All right. What do we have here?
PS5 Tutorials. PlayStation VR2.
Alright, let's begin. So it's the PSVR2. This is my first time touching this, opening this, smelling it, looking at it. I have the first one. I did a beta test for the first one when I worked there, and I'm a believer in VR. It's absolutely immersive. It's incredible. I hear this one, the leaps and bounds improved. Turn down this music. I've heard everything from eye tracking to the adaptive triggers on these new controllers to knowing when your eye blinks to all kind of crazy stuff. So I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. I'm excited. So the reason why I bought this is because I do believe in the different purposes and adaptions for this peripheral, and how Sony has taken the lessons from the first one and they're going to apply their research and findings to this one. So I'm really excited to see if that's going to be true or not. So I got mine from PS Direct, and again, I don't know if these are available in store yet. They might be. I've heard people say they are. I'm not sure. But I do know if you buy it in a store, cool. You'll be able to have it right then, right there. But if you order from PS Direct, and again, this is just my experience, I guess. You may have shipping problems. FedEx promised I would get it on one day, and I ended up getting it 2 days later. Well, actually, 2 days later. No, 3 days later. The same behavior. And the only way I found that out is because you're waiting for your package. It doesn't arrive like the tracking info says. And I learned that you can't wait on them. You gotta call them. If you get a text saying, hey, it should arrive at this time, and that window comes and goes, you gotta call them like, hey, what are you guys doing? I've been sitting around all day. I have stuff I could be doing, and you got me sitting here. So it makes you a little tense because it's a high dollar item, if you will, and you don't know if someone porch pirates or whatever, or just happen to quote unquote get lost in the mail. These things are investments. Work hard for these things. Plan to do things with these devices and appliances, things that you work hard for, saved up for, and when they are not accounted for by means beyond your control, it's stressful, pisses you off. So I say if you can get it in the store, get it in the store. But if you have to go through PS Direct, I hope you don't have the same problems I have with FedEx. Being told it'll come on one day and it comes 2 days later. 2 business days later, but they tell you it's supposed to arrive on a Friday. So 2 business days later will be a Monday. Sucks. Alright, let's open this bad boy up. See what we got. I just want to say thank you very much to everybody giving me the likes in here. Appreciate that. Give me the likes and the views and the sub. Follow me, follow back, give me likes. I'll give you likes back. Appreciate that. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's open this bad boy up. Got the good angle. Let's see here. Get a better angle for you. Okay. TikTok. I'll give you this angle. bad boy up. Okay. Twitch. Give you guys this angle. So let's see what we got here. You always see people do the opening and, you know, opening their package on TikTok, and they do the slow opening, and it's like whatever. Now this is stupid. So this thing opens this way, but I have to open it this way. And packaging, whatever. Okay, so now I gotta take this whole thing out. Of course, it doesn't just slide out. Good old marketing. Alright, gonna play rough. It's fine with me. It's fine with me. Okay, so you open it up. Let's get to the, you know what, we'll say the main course for a second. Let's see all this other stuff. There's this thin box. What's going on in here? It's probably wires and maybe some manuals. Yeah. So we got a USB to USB-C wire. Okay, that's good. Okay, they gave us this box, and it was this so far: USB to USB-C wire. Some earbuds. But they are interesting pair of earbuds. They have this interesting wraparound piece. I'm assuming that'll fix on the headset somehow. So, okay, it's cool. Let me really set the theme. So the console. We have already downloaded a game that we will be streaming frequently for the VR. It is a first-person shooter. It is called Pavlov. This is why I bought the VR2. If you played the other VRs, there were some pretty decent, intense shooters on there. Firewall 0 Hour. There was it Farpoint? I think the game was called Farpoint. Space Alien shooter game. There was the firing range game. Sniper Rifle Elite. I had some pretty decent shooters on there, and it really pulls you in. It's really tense. So with the enhancements of this new VR2, I'm excited. I want to see what happens this time. And you got a manual, tells us how to get set up. That's good, you know. And you know, I've changed a lot of stuff in here. And looks like English only goes up to page 20. So what I like to do when that happens is I know where to start and I know where to stop. So I fold down the page, and that tells me I don't gotta go past that page. So this is pretty much all the content we should have a good once over. Got our manual, 24 pages that we'll need to read. So we'll have a look at that. It's good. Okay. It's a huge box. I kind of make a little more space for myself on the side. Okay, do that. Okay. Down. Alright. See what else we got. These controllers that we've been seeing in the ads and the commercials and people using. Now, if you've seen other VRs like Oculus and what was the other one? It was Oculus and some other one, I forgot. This has a similar form factor, and that's interesting how PlayStation pretty much copied it. Because the other VR, they used their existing motion controllers. I don't know if you guys ever seen those. They look like huge wands. Kind of look like some adult toys, if you will, with the light at the top. That's all I'm gonna say about it. So now they pretty much have gone with this. It's just gonna take me some getting used to, because I can't tell right from left immediately. But one thing that does give away what's right and what's left are the triggers. And you can see the trigger there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It says L2. And this one says R2. You can see it. It's on there somewhere. Trust me, it's R2 on there. Where's that? There it is. R2. Okay. So this is R2. You can see it on there. And this is L2. Well, I just observed the top of the buttons. I'm not sure which way is top. Okay, this is top. Obviously, this is top. These are where our analog sticks are. These are top, right? And you'll be positioned like this. And the triggers be like this. And there's two more buttons underneath here. And I don't know if you can read that, but it says R1. R1 there, and this one has R1 and L1. So that's how you know right from left. Unfortunately, I guess you just got to get used to it. You can kind of tell by the spacing. There's a lot more spacing on this side for your hand, and all you got to do is put your thumb in here. Now I noticed these are just one hard big piece of plastic, and there's no way to adjust this. So if you have pretty big hands, or if you want to tighten these controllers around your hand, there's no way to adjust that. But what you do have are your safety straps to make sure that when you're slinging these things around, you don't throw it at your TV or at a window or at somebody. So this is how you position yourself. These controllers. This is L, left side, right side. And as you can see, on the left side, it tells you the buttons for L2 and L1. And for the right side, it tells you for R1 and R2. So, go them like this. Go them like this, and you're good to go. Okay, these are going to be our new controllers. See what else is in the box here. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone taking the time out to look at this live and send likes and views and subs. Appreciate that. Follow me, I'll follow back. Like me, I'll like back. Sub and I'll sub back. I'll forward all your streams and share them with people. Appreciate that. I'm just trying to get to learn how TikTok works so I can do more streaming in the future. So thank you very much. I want to thank all my friends and people who have allowed me to generate content today, from free music to manufacturers that have been installing this information and these pieces with. I'll make a list towards the end so you can follow up where I got all my stuff and information. And thanks for joining in, whether you're enjoying your evening watching Twitch or TikTok or Twitter, YouTube. Appreciate you guys taking the time out to hang out and letting me be able to share this content this way. So there it is. The main piece of the dish, the VR headset. And if you've never experienced VR before, find somewhere where it's on display, or even start out small, get a smaller one, or it's like nothing other. Don't get it confused with augmented reality, things you can do on your cell phone. Totally not the same. When you put this thing on, you're in the game. You're literally in the game. You're literally in the world. I'm talking all directions. You look up, you see a sky. You look behind you, you see what's behind you. You look down, you see your feet. You look at your hands, you see your hands. Some games, you look in the mirror, you see your whole body. You see the avatar of the character you're supposed to be. There's nothing like it. And when you see the demos online, doesn't do it justice, because it's a capture of the rendering of the game, but not what the user sees through the headset. So it's a totally different render. It does not look like that in the headset. So it's something you just have to look through and see for yourself. I promise you, it's not a waste of time. I promise you, you will walk away with a different mindset. You'll really feel like, it's hard to describe, that reality is warped. Like, you start to question what's really authentic versus what I'm really seeing. And not to make it sound scary or weird, but it's just taking things to another level, I promise you. Alright, we can get this out the way now. So what I have noticed, and that's it for the box, there's nothing else in here. Just to show you guys, it's empty. Nothing else in here, guys. Okay, it's empty. All the contents are gone. Nothing. Nothing hiding at the bottom. This is just the molding. Yeah, nothing in there. So we got all the contents out. I get the packaging solid 4.5 stars out of 5. Took off a half point because it's weird that you open the box on one end and you have to open the contents different end. I don't know, just weird. So like I said, I had the first VR. And one thing that I'm noticing already is it's lighter. It's lighter than the other VR. And as you can see, there's some additional features on here that are really impressive. For example, the first VR, I'm not sure, it had lights on the front. Maybe that's where the camera lenses were hiding, but this one, there's some camera lenses right in front of you. That's interesting for tracking, and I guess we're going to find out for what else, but that's really interesting. Still has the headband tightener. This is how you tighten it. If it's like the old one, as you can hear, when you turn it right, it clicks and tightens, and if you want to unloosen it, you press the button, and you should be able to pull this out freely. So now, okay, see the old one, when you open it, it would release back immediately. Now, as you can see, it kind of stays open for a little while. So when you put this on, and I'll show you guys in a second. Maybe I can find a way to demo it. This is the first thing you want to do. You want to open it this way, and then you want to collapse it around your head. You want to get it comfortable. You want it snug. It should be at an angle where your ears should kind of be like here, and your forehead should be here. That's why this has cushion, and it's made for your forehead. This should kind of be like lower the back of your head. Think of it like a visor. If you ever had to wear a visor, it's exactly the way it should be. And this thing, just like the last one, this button allows for this portion to expand and retract back in. So in other words, when you first get ready to put it on, you want to turn it all the way loose, hold this button, and with your other hand, so left hand here, unloosen, left hand on this button, press this in. With your right hand, take this button, pull this out, and then you should have all that space to put your head in. And then once you're done, you collapse this back on your head, get it nice and snug. The back of your head should not hurt. If it hurts, that means you don't have this adjusted right. Once that's on, then you collapse this back in onto your eyes. That's how it works. At least that's how the first one worked, and that's how this one's feeling as well. So same thing. Feels like the first VR, where to loosen or tighten, you use this knob. You turn it to right, it's tightened until you can't go to the right anymore. You press this button in. Now it's ready to be loosened. So while this button is pressed in, you can stretch this part out now. Stretch it out to the point where you feel it stops. Don't go past it. And you can also press this button here, and this will allow you to expand out the portion where your eyes are going to be in the front of your face. So the correct way to put this on is unlock, hold this button here, the left hand, with your right hand, press this button here, expand all the way out. So this is the headset expanded all the way out. And get this onto your head. So what you want to do is you want to have it at this angle. You don't want to have this angle, you want to have this angle. Okay? And then once this is comfortable around your head, then you press that in and you get this all nice and snug. And when it feels comfortable, it shouldn't be uncomfortable in the back of your head here, and it shouldn't be uncomfortable here where your eyes are. Then you want to tighten it in. Not overly excessive. Don't want to give yourself a headache. Don't want too much tension. But just enough so this thing isn't flopping around when you're moving your head around and looking around. So that is how you put on a VR headset. At least the first one, which is starting to feel like the same way you put on this one. And I'm excited by that functionality, that familiarity. I think that's really important. And again, this is what Sony does when it comes to, you know, their consoles, their devices, their peripherals. They make sure that their customer base and their fans always feels familiarity each generation of console or devices. Now, there's improvements, of course, but you know, think about, we're on the 5th generation of the PlayStation console. Well, technically 6 if you count the PSX. A lot of people don't know what the PSX is, but and I've never heard anyone say, I used to have a PS2, but I just have no idea how a PS3 works, or, you know, I have a PS5 now, and the PS4 is just so weird to me. I don't understand how the PS5 works. They always find a way to make things comfortable, things familiar to you, you know? All right, so we are going to get this thing installed.
Time is ticking.
Yeah, I know, I'm trying. There's so many parts, okay? Just bear with me, okay? Sheesh. Got our controller, we got our headset. Good to go. Now, I'm not sure what needs to be plugged in or charged. That is where we will need to look at the manual. I do know there is one wire that requires a USB port, and that's another thing. I don't know how I overlooked this, stating obvious. Already I'm excited about this because the last PSVR took a lot of wires and involved some kind of converter module, and you needed an HDMI cable to run to the converter module, and then you had to run that to the VR, and it was a huge clunky mess. And if you were missing a piece, you weren't gonna be able to run VR. This guy looks like all you need is one thing and you get to go. One wire, that is. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Get this going. Okay. Appreciate the gifts. People sending me stuff from TikTok. Thank you so much, guys. I'll be sure to follow you and send you views and likes whenever you're online. That was really, really kind of you guys. Thank you. That's really cool. So no, this wraps around it somehow. We'll need that. Those are the earbuds. And we'll need this somehow. Some kind of USB cable. Let's just do a quick little walkthrough on the manual so I can get this guy plugged in, so we can get to rocking and doing some demos and some gameplay. Now, just so you guys, fair warning, you're gonna hear me get a little zoned out and wowed out, and you're not gonna actually be able to see what I'm seeing. So just bear with me once we get this thing going. Okay, so first thing they tell you is run that cable to your PS5. All right, so that's the cable from here to there. So I am going to have to lose a plug-in connection for one of these controllers. I'd rather run this from behind. It's supposed to be ports behind. Out here. Go. Yeah, if I could run this from behind, it's even better. Oh no, it's a USB-C, so you cannot. So I'm gonna have to get a USB-C to USB cable for the controller. That's one thing I wish they would have done. If you're gonna make so many components dependent on USB-C ports, why didn't you add more USB-C ports in the front? Now I think I'm gonna look for a USB-C hub and connect that, because I do know I connected a USB hub to the front of this and I was able to plug in things like keyboard and mouse and it worked fine. So I don't know, let's see if that works later on down the road. So let's try that out. Alright, boom, it's connected. And can't control the best out the way. Okay. Alright, wow, okay. Telling us to get right into it. It's telling us to turn this bad boy on. How do you do that? Well, it says there's a power button underneath. Okay, so we're gonna press that power button underneath. Got to turn this bad boy on. It says press the power button underneath. Let's see if we can find that. I got a little standby light going. Okay. And yeah, there's that power button. Okay, that's different. I don't remember there being one like this in the other one, but that's cool. There's also a little speaker down there. I don't know if it's a speaker or a microphone, I don't know, but it's the power button it's telling us to hit. So let's sync up our audio with the VR in case we need to hear or configure some audio stuff. Let me turn off this music and fade out here. All right. Hit that power button. Boom. Oh, I pressed the power button and I felt this thing vibrate. All right. Notice we're getting some on-screen notifications here asking us to update the firmware on the PSVR2. And we are going to do that. I'm just moving the old controller out of the way. Yeah, sorry, buddy. It was a good run. I still love you. Can you believe this thing's been out? The PS5 has been out for 3 years. Really rough. I'm not gonna make any excuses. Really rough launch. Really awful launch. Really awful launch. Everything from chip shortages to COVID to scalpers to not being able to go in a store and buy it. One of the worst launch experiences of my life, of anything. But that was just a perfect storm. That was just awful. This thing's been out for 3 years. It's crazy. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and use our DualSense Edge. Go ahead and okay, that didn't take long. All right. Is it done? All right, so it gives us another walkthrough. Let me keep the controller nearby. I guess we're gonna need it. we're giving another walkthrough. Sorry, Twitch. Realize you just can't see it. Let me see if I can get you guys a better view somehow. It's not gonna be easy. Maybe easier than I think. No, it's not gonna work. Try it. Hang on, Twitch. Sorry, little technical difficulties, friends. Just bear with me, please. I hope this doesn't move. Probably will. Okay. And this still sucks. Well, maybe you shouldn't be a platform that deletes VOD files. That's why you're on the shady camera. Alright. Alright, let's begin the walkthrough. And I wear glasses, so the last VR, yes, you can wear glasses and put on the headset, yes. However, I'm nearsighted, so that means that no, I'm farsighted. That means that I can see far away really good, but in order to be up close, I need glasses. To see and read up close, I need glasses. So that's what nearsighted means. That's the difference between nearsighted and farsighted. So, you would think while you have this headset on and you're looking through these lenses, you would need to wear glasses, but no, you don't. So, whoa, what's going on here? Doing crazy stuff. All right, so it's telling us to plug in our earbuds. It's telling us there's a jack under here. And there it is there. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. So we're going to plug that in there. So what we're doing is following the on-screen instructions, telling us to plug in the earbuds. And that's here. Get that bad boy in there. It's weird though. There's this cable in the way. So you gotta go around it. Okay. Boom, that goes there. And, okay, there's another hole where you can continue to secure this thing in. Okay, bam. So already my first question or concern is this the only audio you have? I've seen people use the 3D audio set headphones, and in the past, I'm a surround sound guy. I'm a stereo surround sound guy. I've used that in the past and I worked just fine. So we'll see if audio's configurable later. I don't know. All right. I'm going to keep following the on-screen prompts. I'm not even going to pay attention to the manual at this point. Sorry, bear with me. I'm just trying to help out the Twitch audience and see if I can adjust their camera. Not going to be easy or pretty. But Twitch, you had it coming. Let me tell you. Let's see if this gives me a little elevation here. No, that sucks too. like that. I know that's gonna fall. I already know that's gonna fall. Or no, that's gonna. No, I'm not having fun. Gained a little height. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not perfect either, but so sorry, Twitch friends. Gonna have to deal with it. These videos will be re-edited and re-uploaded later anyway, so just bear with me, guys. Now, as long as TikTok's doing good, shout out to everybody on TikTok right now. Doesn't feel like it is, but better than nothing. Hey, could be worse. How's that, Twitch? Let me know, guys, if that's better. That's not the last of the camera adjustments, because once we put this thing on, it's gonna be another camera adjustment and configuration, because you guys need to see me use this, wear this, play, etc. Okay. Okay, we did that, and now it's asking us to pair our controllers one by one, and it's asking us to start with the right controller. Now, interesting. These guys, you gotta be kidding me. They are saying run a cable from the console to the PSVR2 controller. Getting frustrated already because we know there's only 2 ports on the front of the PS5, so now they're asking us to juggle back and forth, but we have a cable here, so let's see if we get lucky disconnecting from our DualSense Edge and then running here. Okay, so it's saying there is a connection. This is the right one, I believe. Yes. And if you hold it according to, it looks like I'm getting a low power mode warning. So this will be the last tutorial before I need to sign off. Number 6, beta invite will occur in a separate tutorial as the devices need to charge. So please don't go away. That'll be the last part. But in any case, as you can see, it's asking us to map it this way, if you will, and look for that plug underneath. There it is. There's that plug right there. That's what we're going to plug it into. You can see it there at the bottom. Oh, these guys. Is that USB-C? Better be. Would make sense for being anything else. Wait a minute. I just know these guys didn't. Everything is USB-C now. Nothing should be mini anymore, I don't think. I don't know. I hope not. That would make sense. Oh my gosh, I think this is mini. No? Let's see. Okay, there we go. So we got it plugged in. As you see, it is now notioning us to press the PlayStation button. So we'll do that. PlayStation button is there. That's what we'll go ahead and press. Okay, updating. Okay. I wonder what it's updating. That's interesting. Really like how the PS5 is sitting on the skates. Excuse me. Looks good over there. Alright, I guess that one is done. Let's set that one disconnected. And now let's do the same thing with the left one. Again, how do you know that it's the left one? Has the buttons marked L1 and L2 on there. And it's telling us to load it this way. And there should be a plug underneath. There it is. And you hold it this way. Should be a plug right there. Let's go ahead and plug this guy in. Alright, detected it off bat. And it's telling us to press the PS button just like we did with the right one. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, interesting message. You cannot set up now because your PS controller battery is too low. Controller will turn off. Charge both your controllers and then start the setup again. To start the setup again, turn off your headset and then turn it back on. Well, that is a message I did not want to see. I kind of had a feeling that we could run into something ridiculous like this because it's out of the box, right? So, let's see if we can give it a few seconds. We're going to close this prompt. Okay. So the right one's ready. The left one is not. Yeah, the sensor here and the controller's charging. Let's no, I was gonna do the beta invite. I'll do that last. Let's have a look at the VR library. You know, a lot of people think, you know, why would I look at getting a PlayStation VR? Well, let's just see what they have to offer. Let's see at store. Let's go to the store, and let's see if there is a category. I saw it last time. Should be a category here for VR. Oh, there he is. We're just buying some time right now. And these are the demos. Oh, looks like you gotta actually click here for demos. Okay, these are the demos. It's funny because all these are free except the Horizon one. Is that because this comes with a special VR2 bundle, and if you buy it without the bundle like I did, you have to actually pay for this, but you're calling it a demo? Let's see if there's a free download. There's a download trial. What does download trial mean? That's hilarious. I was never really This is my opinion. I was never really too impressed with Horizon. I really feel like Guerrilla Games needs to get back to making Killzone. I don't know. Oh, some Resident Evil. Okay, it's pretty interesting. So, we talked about the importance of expanding memory and storage. Notice this game, just the demo, is almost 9 gigabytes. Right? So, you start installing these demos, so it's over 9 gigabytes. They start eating up storage and memory fast, Oh, alright, 5, I guess. What the hell is this? Jigsaw puzzles in VR. That's crazy. So, a couple of interesting demos. Nothing I'm really makes me want to jump at it, Some games on here that were on the old VR, like Joust Simulator, and look at Vacation Simulator. That's cool. Wow, Pistol Whip. That's a trip. 2 gigabytes. Kayak Mirage VR. Jurassic Park. Oh wow. Is that a trailer? What's going on here? Release February 21st. Can we get? Oh, can't get any footage. Some freaking comic drawing. After the Fall. That looks crazy. Let's see that. Let's see what this is. Oh man, this is crazy. I have to check this out, guys. Yo, oh, I bet that's gonna make you jump. That's crazy. Oh, I can craft guns. It's like Last of Us meets Fallout. And again, when you see it rendered this way, that's not how it's going to look when you put on the headset. This is just rendering for video output for TV, for how people see it. But when you have the headset on, you are in that. You are immersed in that. It's all around you. Oh, that's crazy. A lot of zombies. A lot of zombies. Oh, look at that guy. So it's Fallout meets meets Zombie Horde meets a lot of different things. I like the way that looked. That's a good one. That's a good one. Some of these are pathetic. I'm not even gonna watch these other guys again. This 2MD VR football. Someone needs. I don't know. No. This guy. No, that's pathetic. There's just some. Oh, you want to see a joke? Just while we're charging, you guys gotta see this. I couldn't believe what I saw either. This better be free.
We need to destroy their artillery. Any of these cowards. For the honor and glory of Cacti Island!
We used to share Cacti the island were the bugs. We lived peacefully together until the day they decided that we should perish.
No way
At
this should be on
first, we thought
VR.
it was just a small separatist group when the capital Cactogran was attacked.
It's like
It was time to act.
DirectX
The
3.
local forces were over instantly. So we had to reconquer the entire island from the mainland.
Who got the go ahead for this? Like,
All right, listen up. We sent our top spy Private Prickly up north.
I mean,
to
the
gather
audio's
some
not even good.
intel. Unfortunately, we lost all contact to him, and his whereabouts are unknown.
why did that blow up in the back? No idea. Nothing.
You guys must make it past the front line. Find and rescue Private Prickly and recover his intel.
How can I put it? We were sitting here and had a quiet conversation when there's some.
Okay, just that. The more I watch it, the more my intelligence is insulted. There's just no way that got the trigger. Now here's the second edition for VR2 of Firewall. The trailer, I saw some goods and some bads. It was kind of weird. Seems like this is more recon themed now. I don't know. It's kind of just take a look here.
Raven here. You want to be a contractor? According to your reputation, you have the right skills for the job. If you're interested, the risk is high, but so is the reward.
That's gotta be so much overload in VR.
Slow intel gathering.
You already got a dark environment, and you got the HUD and UI things just popping up everywhere as you glance around.
Compromised. You're on your own. Are you ready?
Could have swore there was more to this trailer, but I promise you guys, the first one was much better. I mean, I haven't played this one yet, but not really too encouraged by it. Okay, we're gonna watch one more, and then hopefully this controller is charged up. This is interesting. Crossfire Sierra Squad. See what's going on here. I love the gun models. Maps are kind of small, but you know, plenty of action. Like Call of Duty version. Yeah, oh, that was cool. Wow. Yeah. Oh. Hey, now that wakes you up. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. I love the theme and the look and feel of it. That moves fast, and in VR, it's gonna move even faster. You gotta really be aware, looking around, know your controls. Let's see if I can say that to wish list. Just announced, huh? Oh, it's already on my wish list. I'm gonna follow it too. That's crazy. Alright, let's see if we got enough juice to continue on with charging this controller. Okay, it says we have to start all over. Remember, we have to press the power button. Start all over. Power's on, actually. I don't know why. You have to hold it, cut it off. Okay, so we're in this weird state. See if I can get to accessories and then see if no, see, it doesn't sense. Doesn't sense the VR has been synced yet. Okay, well, how do we get around that? Okay, let's see if the way to restart this process would be to unplug it and plug it back into the console. Plug it. Should be a good 5-10 seconds. Okay, plug it back in. Okay. Not sure it's going to detect it. I think that's what it did last time, right? Okay. Well, let's start over. Turning it on. The red light is still on. That's interesting. Oh, that's right. That's a standby mode light. Okay. Power on. Vibrated again. Alright, perfect. It remembers where we left off. Or walking us. It's going to start us over, actually. Start. Okay, it's telling us to turn the controllers on. Hopefully it detects that the left one needs continuation on the syncing. Press the buttons on the VRs to turn them on. I'm going to turn the left one on, because that's where we left off. Oh, okay. It's forcing me to turn them both on. So I'll turn them both. Alright, we're getting the same message. So, here's what we're going to do. Since everyone has a power problem right now, we are going to charge the VR controllers, and we're going to go ahead and recharge our mobile devices so we can finish the streams. And we are going to continue on with PSVR2. And then we'll get that wrapped up. We'll get it going, get it in play, some gameplay in, and then we'll wrap up with the beta invite. So let's stop here for now. And I appreciate if everyone could follow, subscribe, view, share. Follow, subscribe, view, and share as well. And we're almost there, guys. What's coming next is finishing the installation of the PSVR2, a little gameplay action, and then getting the beta invite installed, registering for it. So again, if you could follow, view, subscribe, like to any one of my channels. I'm on Twitch at Mr_B_cut. I'm on TikTok at Mr_B_cut. On Twitter, Mr. B Cut, all one word, capital M, B, and C. And I'm on YouTube as B Cut. So we're gonna stop here, and I'll notify you guys when we're back. Thanks for watching. Give me about 30, maybe 45 minutes.